Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv, and I hope you're having a good one. So there was a lot of news, including news that I didn't get to last night, which is shocking, shocking. So let's see, let's dig in. Let's start with the stuff that I haven't gotten to last night. MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy wants to actually buy $42 billion worth of, Bitcoin. And I sat there and I started thinking about it, and I was like, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. Right now, I'm just going through my notes. Give me a second. Let me find that third one from the bottom. And there it is. So, business intelligence firm MicroStrategy plans to raise $42 billion over the next 3 years. 3 years. Okay? That's $14 billion a year is what they're targeting. That's what they're targeting. That is nuts. So if you're not already buying Bitcoin, already getting involved in the crypto industry, adoption, leveraging the technology, that is a clear sign that you are behind the times. You need to take a class on it. Let me know and I'll hold another class. I'll hold another few classes. There already is an online class coming. We just have to finish the code for it. We're so close. We're so close. We're very, 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 very close. I'm trying to make it before Thanksgiving. So Joaquin, we're trying to make it before Thanksgiving, but I don't know if we're going to make that date, only because there are a lot of moving parts, a lot, and there's a lot of math involved, right? As you can think with the GMB crypto tracker as a spreadsheet on your desktop, imagine the calculations that we're going to be using when it's online. And that's going to be a living service, right? Like, we'll just introduce upgrades, additions and features, things like that. We'll just do that. And we have a surprise coming along with all of these upgrades. So, just bear with us. Just bear with us. It's a lot. It really is a lot. What else is there? Something that is a shocker. The U.S. Treasury has come out and officially said that a CBDC should be leveraged instead of stablecoins. Janet Yellen needs to go take many a seat. The last thing the United States needs is the United States government being able to tell me whether or not I can buy Dairy Queen. Sounds insane, but I want you to think about the technology. I actually know where this coin is. It can be with you, it can be with me, it can be wherever, but I know what wallet has it. At that moment, I know what wallet has it. And if I'm collecting data on wallets, I can tie a wallet to you. And I can say, this coin is not working for you. Or I can just say, your wallet is no good on the network. So think of Swift and what it can do for banks around the world, saying, so when there's a sanction, immediately Swift is called up, hey, can't do business with this country or this whatever. Boom, stops. Think of that for every individual that has to use a CBDC. That power is there. Whether they say they're going to use it or not, eventually it would be used. That's the history of mankind, that is. Human beings. Say it like that. I don't want to be offensive. Sorry. So the idea that she would say that a CBDC should be used in place of stablecoins is insane. It absolutely is insane. I understand the hat that she wears. She probably has to say something like that, but that is the dumbest thing to have to say. It would have been better for her to stay quiet. It absolutely would have been better for her to stay quiet. You're literally telling people, oh yeah, you're going to work for your money, but it might not be your money at the end of the day. It's already a fact that it's not my money. It's not your money. It's not his money, her money, their money. We're only holding it for the next entity. We already know that. But this would be literal. This would be, you could literally work your tail off and not get your paycheck at the end of the week. not get your expected amount at the end of the week. Let that wash over you for a minute. Think about that. Ponder that idea as you start to realize that, yeah, that's a real thing. That could actually happen. Yeah, nah, I don't want that. I do not want a government having that kind of control over its people. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. The fact that she would say something like that, or that the Treasury would say something like that, should have kept your mouth shut. Should have kept your mouth shut. I'm amazed. Meanwhile, you have companies like MicroStrategy saying we're going to buy $42 billion worth of Bitcoin over the next 3 years, and we've got a plan to do it. I mean, think about that. That flies in the face, doesn't it? I mean, I'm sitting back and I'm just thinking, there's not a company on earth that would not back MicroStrategy's plan to purchase that amount of Bitcoin. There's not a company on the planet that would not want to be involved in that. Just saying. So if you're smart, which is what I told my kids, you might want to invest in MicroStrategy. That's what I told my kids. I'm not telling you to do that. I would never tell you to do that. I don't give financial advice. I tell you what I'm telling my kids and what I'm contemplating. And I'm contemplating buying a big bag of MicroStrategy, because I think that big bag of MicroStrategy is going to go up, percentage-wise, going to go up more than Bitcoin. So think of it as the, as the non-meme meme. You know how memes can just explode by a crazy X? I'm thinking that's what could happen with MicroStrategy. And then I really want you to think about this. Remember, one of the ideas in Michael Saylor's head is there should be a Bitcoin bank. I'm not saying he's going to do it, but his team, bunch of mathematicians, but a bunch of freaking know-it-alls, literally know-it-alls. If there was somebody that could do it, they could. Build a bank from scratch based on Bitcoin, not needing anybody else's software to do it. Just build the bank based on blockchain tech. Settlements, blockchain. RWA, blockchain. Mortgages, blockchain. Think about that. Think about that. So in banking, when you think about real world assets, banks sell mortgages all the time. All the time. Mortgages get bounced around and bounced around and bounced around to the point that people just don't know who the heck actually owns their mortgage. Some banks are really slick about it, and they just go, well, we'll continue the billing, we'll handle all the administrative work, and we'll let all that stuff happen in the background so that we do not confuse the actual, company. So they'll pay us and we'll pay you. Those are deals that happen. Or they just sell it outright. So imagine if he actually was able to say, yeah, we're gonna start a Bitcoin bank. Banking based on blockchain. That would be, I can sit back and I can think about how to do it. So imagine he's got a room full of geniuses. He'd absolutely be able to sit back and think about how to do it and then do it. I could think about how to do it. They would be able to then do it. That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. $42 billion across 3 years. $14 billion a year worth of Bitcoin. 14 billion. Ooh, baby. Heck yeah. And then to come out, for the U.S. Treasury to come out and say, well, we should be using, a CBDC instead of stablecoins. Good luck with that. Banks don't want it. Companies don't want it, because that would mean that a company, I want you to think about this. So Google has to use, Microsoft has to use, Amazon has to use, all of these companies, Apple, all of these companies would have to use CBDCs. And if the United States gets mad at them, do you really think that's going to fly? I don't think so. I do not think so. Well, then you can't do business in the United States. Who gets hurt from that if that were to happen? They would just re-domicile in another country and move, and then take their technology with them, take their capabilities with them, and say, screw the United States. So a lot of countries hold a lot of power, but forcing the people to actually use a CBDC in the United States, that's going to be tough. Well, we're not going to back your dollars anymore. A dollar's not backed by anything now except a promise. Yeah, go do your own research. The US dollar, everybody still thinks the US dollar is backed by gold. It's not. It's backed by a promise by a government that will pay the bill. That's the promise. So it's just a piece of paper and some metal. They're not even precious metals. So they say, well, we're not gonna keep our promise with those dollars. Blockchain is already here. That would be the dumbest thing in the world to do. So I don't think that's gonna happen either. I really don't. So I'm amazed by the statement. Then you have a bot parading around as an AI crypto tool, right? That actually turned out to be basically a Trojan horse. It was a very well done, phishing attack. And it hit the Lottie Player animation library, which affects anybody that built on 1 inch, let's say, you're susceptible. 10 BTC has already been stolen. Yep. A little bit more, a little bit less, about 750 grand worth of Bitcoin has been stolen in that phishing attack. Ouch. That's more than ouch. That's not even a funny thing. So yeah, I think about that and I'm just like, we have to be a little bit more diligent in what we're doing and how we're doing it, what we're using it for, all that good stuff. So then you have Grayscale. This is actually good news. Grayscale applied to the SEC to convert its digital large cap fund, GDLC, to an ETF. Multi-asset crypto ETF. That's why it's big news. That's huge. I'm telling you, sometimes I think Grayscale is snoring, and other times I think they're awake. This is one of those times I think they're awake. Right? I still think their prices are high, but they're awake. I think. And here's what'll really get you. Chainlink has been on a tear, adding, different blockchains to its scale platform, right? Meaning these blockchains, they're opening up their blockchains, to leveraging data from the world's largest oracle. And the latest one to join that scale program, Tron. I can't stand Tron. I can't stand Justin Sun, but this is a smart move. It's a very smart move. So I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of like, wow, that's pretty cool. That is pretty damn cool. I don't like Tron, but it's a good move for Chainlink. I want you to think about this and let it wash over you for a minute. It's one of my favorite lines, let it wash over you, because it means I want you to stop and think. I want you to weigh what I just told you. So in this case, I want you to weigh the idea that here's Chainlink and here are all the other, projects that are out there, and they're going out there and they're saying, you should leverage all of our data. You should be a part of our scale program. And what's going on? That's exactly what the heck is going on. A lot of them are saying, yeah, we should open that up to our dApps. It'll open up our blockchain to more developers. So they're hopping on. Need to find out some information? Here's the code to make the call to Chainlink, and it'll come back in this format. Boom. Yeah. When I tell you Chainlink is a part of the connective tissue, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I'm sitting here and I'm just saying to myself, How many more? I mean, I think this was number 2 in the past week. So there's Tron. Give me a moment. That was their runtime environment. HBAR got in bed with them. This is just over the past few days. Which is why I'm saying it's kind of a big deal, right? They also got in the bed, hold it, give me a minute, with revealed GMX Solana has integrated Chainlink's data streams. That's another one, Solana. Not to mention everybody's getting involved with their CCIP or cross-chain interoperability protocol. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They are ensuring that they are literally embedded throughout Web3. And people wonder why I've been loving Chainlink. I've been loving Chainlink since I got started. Somebody asked me the other day, how can I tokenize their business? And I've been thinking about it. It was just, how would you tokenize a business? They didn't say their business, a business. And I've been thinking about it. There are several ways that you can get an organization involved, but tokenization is just one thing, and it's a little bit more specific than other technologies. But imagine if you could leverage blockchain. Depending on the kind of business you are, your business is driven by data. I'd be able to get that data and use that data from blockchain, straight from Chainlink. Enhance my business and be able to do more with less, thusly making my business far more efficient. That's what I mean. It's not just tokenization. Don't throw tokenization out there because it's the hottest word out there right now, right? RWA, tokenization. It's fine. But ponder the idea that you can do other things within Web3 to enhance your business beyond accepting crypto payments. We can help you with that too. So imagine what you'd be able to do. Imagine that. So I just sit back and I just kind of go, yeah, that's kind of dope. There's a lot of stuff you could do. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. And I didn't put on my watermark. How dare I not do that? Ugh. So there's the watermark. Now let's flip on over. Got my notes out of the way. What kind of earnings do we have coming up today? Apple, Amazon, MasterCard, Merck, Uber, Comcast, CNBC, Bristol Myers Squibb, ConocoPhillips. I mean, you have a lot of big companies coming up today with numbers. Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE, Intel. You got a lot of big companies coming out with numbers. It's a huge numbers week. Okay. So we already know about this. Jobs claims comes out tomorrow. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 77. DeFi Llama 98. We're so close. $98 billion in total value locked, to 98.4 to be exact. That's actually pretty tight right there, 98.4. Bitcoin, if you look at it right there, boom. Zoom in a little bit. I told you guys before, we're going to have to exist between these two lines for a little while. Consolidate right there before we go exploding up again. So I told you it was between 69,355 and 73,750, which is the all-time high. We're going to have to consolidate right around here for a little while, and then you're going to see another explosion up. The same way we had this explosion up, we'll have another explosion up. We're right there. I've been saying it. I'll keep saying it. That's how it's going to work. And then it's just green fields after that. Then, if you look at the big board, that's what I like to call this one. So many opportunities. Holy freaking moly, there's so many opportunities. It's ridiculous. So many. BNB at 584 beneath 600. I see BNB beneath 600 and I'm immediately thinking, oh, I got to buy some. That's immediately what I think. Doge at 17, SHIB at 19, Cardano at 35. Why is Cardano not moving? Having such a hard time hitting 36 cents. Come on now. Come on, let's make that happen. XRP, Sol, ETH, BNB. Aave is another one. I don't see it here, but Aave is another one I'd be interested in. Link, obviously, duh. But I'm looking at a lot of these things. Wow, they consider Link to be decentralized finance. Stacks, Aave makes sense. FET, that doesn't make sense. They're AI. So is Render. So I don't know. Sometimes I look at these labels. I'm looking at these labels. Like, why is SHIB still listed under memes? That's dumb. That's dumb. They're not. It's not a meme anymore. It's really not. They've grown up. So you first you have a coin. You have regular coin level. Nobody cares. Then you have memes. People care, right? People care about it. But then you have real coins that people are using for real transactions. SHIB has grown up beyond that. They've grown up beyond that into that category. So beyond memes into the we're a real coin. We're really doing stuff. We've got an infrastructure. We've got an ecosystem. We've got stuff going on. Just saying. That's just me. Then you have, here are the numbers that we're looking at side by side. Ethereum is up 15% year to date. Look at that number, 71% Bitcoin. Not bad. Not bad. Look at BNB, 87%. Right? But still under 600. So just a couple of days ago, it was above 600. Just saying. So you know 600 is going to come. Beyond 600. Beyond. Way beyond. I'm like sure of it. Their high is 720. We're not even that far away from that. So when things start going up, I'm expecting BNB coin just to skyrocket. Solana's high, 260. Can that happen? Absolutely. Now think about that jump from there to there. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I know you guys are probably mad at me. I should have started here, right? With the GMB crypto tracker, top 25 losers. Pretty long list. Pretty long list. 18 losers this, today. Let's see who's on this list that we care about. Athena is down 9%, 76% off its all-time high, 3.23x as their GMBX factor. Blur down 9%, 96% off its all-time high with a 21.55 GMBX factor. No, I don't think it's going to get there. Gotius Maximus, 7% down, 35% off its all-time high with a GMBX factor of 0.54. Do I think it can go back to that? Yeah. And then things go up, Gotius Maximus will go up as well. I honestly think that. Who else do I have? Stacks is down 6%, right? 56% off its GMB off its all-time high, and its GMBX factor is 1.24x. Oh yeah, that's without a doubt. I hold a nice bag of stacks. Absolutely. Ethereum name service. Got to pay attention to that one. Down 6%, 79% off its all-time high, 3.8 GMBX factor. Okay. Helium, another one I pay attention to, but it's at 5%, so we don't care. Helium, Psi, Beam, Pendle, don't care. 5%. You know my 5% rule. Don't care. Not going to worry about it. I'm going to worry about it later or tomorrow to see how it swings this time. Right? Yeah, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about those at all. They all have some pretty nice, GMBX factors. Helium, I think, couldn't do it. So imagine Helium at 7.27x. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty doggone interesting, at least to me. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you enjoy what I do for a living, consulting and then doing this, because I have a heck of a lot of fun doing it for you and my kids, really. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, hit the like button. We need more likes. We absolutely need more likes. Hit the like button. Don't forget. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.